secrets buried in the coldest ground. We're digging deep where the truth is found. Daphne's case files, we're breaking the chain. Justice rising, no more pain. Evil's end, the final call. Behind the lies, we'll expose it all. Whispers echo in the darkened halls. Faint confessions on the paper walls. Every victim deserves their say. We're here to chase the night away. Daphne's case files, we're breaking the chain. Justice rising, no more pain. Evil's end, the final call. Behind the lies, we'll expose it Unseen crimes, they thought they'd won, but the fight for truth has just begun. Every clue, every trace, bringing evil face to face.
Hello, Internet friends. Welcome back to Daphne's Case Files. Today is November 28th, 2025. It is currently 3:33. Make a wish here in upstate New York. And it is snowing outside. How wonderful. Welcome in, everybody. We will be going over the Summer Wells case and updates on her case. We will be going over why nothing was said from Allison Hunter. Why didn't they open their mouths and call the police when they felt something was suspicious when seeing Summer Wells in the vehicle with Candace and Grandis? We'll be going over all of that today, so stay tuned. I am going to welcome everybody in. Jennifer Cook, hi, always so good to see you. Susan, hello. Nancy, hi, good to see you. Just a little bit there and where you're at, Nancy? Yeah, I wish I could fast forward through winter. You know that song by Green Day, Wake Me Up When September Ends? Mine is Wake Me Up When Winter Ends. That's what my song will be. So welcome in, Carrie. Hello, everybody. It's so good to see you, Andrea. Hello, Ali. Tosh. Can I just call you Tosh? Hi. Thank you so much. Henry. Hello. Graham Tam. Everybody, I appreciate all of you for being here. You guys are great. You got a little snow too. Hi, Hope Floats. Good to see you. Mama Sue. Snowing tonight and Saturday. Wow. Hi, Christina. Good to see you. Hi, Daphne. I hope you're having a nice Thanksgiving. Snowing here, 3 to 6 expected. Wow. We're not getting that much, knock on wood, but it is lake effect snow, so you never know what you're going to get, right? Hi, Cheryl. Good to see you. I appreciate all of you guys for being here. My main goal is to spread awareness, keep everybody updated on what's going on with these missing children. Now, I will be doing a Jack and Lily Sullivan live here at 5:20. I think I have it scheduled for. And oh, wow. We've got a lot going on with our similarities, with all the missing children similarities. And you guys are not going to want to miss this. I will have shenanigans with me tonight. We're going to be going over a lot there. You said snow is on its way all around me. Got hammered with a foot and a half. Yuck. Yikes. That is a lot, guys. That's a lot. That's too cold. And that's what it is. It's just too cold, right? It's the wind. The wind with the cold air is just ugh. Wow, it blows right through your bones, right? So buy an infusion, put oil in it and candles to smell everything's. Yeah, I do that. I love having my plug-ins and candles. Hi, Robin. It's so good to see you. Sunny there. Can you bring us some sun, please? So I'm going to start digging right in. Last night, I don't know if you guys actually had seen this petition, and I came across it last night. And I also came across like a little short. Ooh, where'd my comments go? All right, make sure that StreamYard doesn't act up today. And also, guys, I just posted a link to our new Facebook group here. If you guys have Facebook, if you want to join our group, that would be amazing. We need snow to insulate the ground. Yes, it does help with insulating spare time. I agree. It does. It does help insulate the whole house. So I found this last night. It's now this petition's been out for a long time, and it shows Miss Summer, right? Look at her. And look at those blue eyes. Just gorgeous blue eyes, right? Just beautiful little baby. And I want to read this over to you before we get started on the videos that I want to show you. And it just basically goes over Allison Harris, right? And I'm going to show you who these people are in just a moment on the video. It says, and her daughter have stated that they received a phone call from Candace at 3 a.m. while she was high and in a panic and was on her way over to them. When she showed up, she had her at the time, a 3-year-old daughter who is now currently 6 years old, missing daughter Summer Moon Utah Wells with her. It was stated that the condition and the state of Summer was that she was shaking, crying, scared, and high out of her mind. Candace was high and left, I'm just going to say math, okay, right? Or other rugs on the table, and Summer got a hold of it. And Summer got a hold of it, right? Allegedly. I'm just going to say allegedly here. Candace refused to take Summer to the hospital, allegedly, because she didn't want to be arrested. No one called emergency services, law enforcement, or sought out medical attention for Summer. Jody Sue Brown stated that she knew her former husband had been giving rugs to Candace to sedate Summer and other little girls. Guys, this is just absolutely sickening. Absolutely sickening, right? Allegedly, if this on the residence of the Wells family for the purpose of sexual assaults to be committed on these children, allegedly. Jody Sue says she knew about this and she knew about the abuse before Summer was reported missing on June 15th, 2021. No emergency services, law enforcement, medical attention, or intervention of any kind for Summer or any other child while this was going on. Morally, this is wrong, and legally in the state of Tennessee, there is a responsibility to report such atrocities. I am asking for signatures of this petition to share this petition in order for these adults to be held responsible. I'm going to close the door to my room so my dog's barking does not distract us. Give me 1 second. When the mail lady comes by, the dog likes to let me know several times. And I just want to make note that I'm in a large house, right? My dog's in the living room, which is far away from me. So it makes me wonder that how did Malaya and Daniel not hear the sliding door? Now, this is a dog barking compared to a sliding door, but they're in a trailer, right? Echoes, things echo. How did they not hear the sliding door, guys? Anyways, sorry to get off topic. This goes on to say, morally, this is wrong, and legally, in the state of Tennessee, there's responsibility to report, right? Supposed to report this. I am asking for signatures of this petition to share this petition in order for these adults to be held responsible for not doing their part and knowingly allowing children to continue to be harmed. Everyone in Tennessee is mandated reporter under the state law. This includes relatives and friends. I am going to share this. Now, I'm just saying this is all allegedly, right? Hi, Jack. Good to see you. I haven't seen you in a while. I hope you're doing well. Hi, good to see you. This, I'm going to post the link to, there we go. This is the link to the change.org petition, right? Yeah, most sliding doors are usually very, very loud. So if you guys want to check that petition out, you are more than welcome to. This petition has been going on for quite some time. They do have 315 signatures as of now, but they don't have, let's see here. Hold on one second. So it was a lady named Amanda that did the petition, right? Yes. And that's the thing. Like, you know, that's what I get at. Like, I mean, my dog's very loud, right? But you have to go through the bathroom and then a huge closet, and then you get to the living room. I mean, yes, there is a hallway right here. You can even hear my dog even with the door closed, right? So how could they not hear the sliding door? It just, I don't know, guys. It just doesn't make sense to me. It's so good to see all of you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Yes, if I went, I could actually, I have a sliding door in my bedroom, which is across the hallway right here. And I'm wondering if you guys could actually hear it. It's pretty much a brand new sliding door. It's only a couple of years old. Yeah, absolutely. Especially old ones in a trailer. And I'm not knocking on trailers because I have one and live one, but right? You can hear them. You get gravel and dirt in there. I mean, you can't help it when it rains, even from your roof, the roof has dirt and stuff on it. Mary, yes, perhaps. Absolutely. So I'm going to bring you over to the part 2 of the interview with Allison and Fam, right? Give me just a second. Oops, I don't want to do that. And we're going to go over here, and then I'm going to show you an interview with Hunter. And I think it's very, very interesting, excuse me, to listen to this because, all right, let's see. He was one of the last persons to see Summer, right? And I know we all have our suspicions of where and what happened to Summer, but I honestly believe there was something like either she was left in a car or allegedly given something, or something happened when they got home, right? I honestly do not believe that someone came and kidnapped this child. Just my opinion, right? So I think it's very important that we listen to the friends and family around Summer Wells because there's clues that they drop, right, when they speak. And this all comes down to also, it's like, why aren't these people talking, right? Why aren't they? Thank you, Mama Sue. Thank you. Oh, yes, Carrie, absolutely. You feel the vibrations of the door. Absolutely. Absolutely. All right, I'm going to start this video here. I hope you all can hear. Let's see.
They had dogs?
They had dogs.
What were the dogs' names?
Is that her name?
We named 2 of them,
Oh, his
and
name-
then
He's a YouTuber.
we had to give them back. I made her take them back.
What were
I
the
don't know
what were
what
the
his
names?
channel is, but he-
One was
Oh, I don't see what's happening.
Hennessy,
I don't
and
know.
the other one we named was River, and I nicknamed her River Monster
Yeah.
because she was just a clear.
Did they abuse them?
Yes.
Like how?
We were
like
up
how?
there one time. We went up there to see the new batch of puppies after
And
them.
explain to me how a
And,
child was missing with 21 dogs on that property.
Yes,
How many?
21
21.
counting,
And,
and
and the mother.
she
of the-
shot
Yeah.
Hennessy in the ass with a BB gun.
Oh.
Who's she?
Candace,
One dog kept getting pregnant.
my granddaughter was there, the witness to that. We went up there to see
So
the
how's
dogs.
a child gonna go missing?
I'm just saying.
How's a child gonna go missing with 21 dogs on that property?
Absolutely. I could put the captions on. Absolutely. So this is JLR, and he is speaking to Allison and family, right? And this trigger warning because they're basically telling him what happened to like the dogs, like how allegedly the dogs are being abused on the property, right? And usually when someone can abuse an animal, they're usually abusing their children, allegedly, correct? You're very welcome. I'm hoping the captions show in the middle, not where my little head part is. Give me just a second.
Those dogs will greet you at the bottom of the driveway, and if they don't know you, you ain't getting
Are
up
there
there.
any dogs now there?
I don't know. That I don't know.
So what? How else would they abuse dogs like up there? Like what would they do?
Well, I do know that they must have kicked one and the butt fell out or something.
Well, did you
The
hear her
butt fell out?
reaction when he said,
Something like that, but
what
I
would
guess
you-
I think they killed
whoever
him
took her, what do you want to
and
happen?
threw him over the
She said
some embankment because the kids would come back and say that
right?
the other dogs were trying to dig up the carcass or whatever. But they also had a cat, and they wanted to cut the leg off
I feel like I'm getting
of a cat that got chewed up by one of the dogs,
I'm like,
the one that got killed. And I said, no, don't. They were literally going to do it. And the kids were freaking out and everything. And I flipped out. And I just like lost it and said, don't. We'll go get splints and splint it.
He was just seeing her. You can't keep a kid in the house.
You can't. Not them.
They're trying to blame it on everybody else but themselves.
Right.
I'm sorry.
What's your take on them going on all these podcasts, like proclaiming their innocence? I mean, what's that about?
what do you think Don? Why do you think Don does that? 'Cause you know what he said to us last time? She said, how can we help you? And he goes, just be my friend.
Yeah, that's what they say. Be my friend.
And then he agreed to meet with me if I watched this video on the 7-Day Adventist, this prophecy 2.0, but it was about a guy over in some Madagascar,
India or
that,
something like
that murdered 10 people and seeked salvation in the church.
What is up with that thing about India? There was something new on there. It was in the video where he said that Berber had a body from hell or something like that. It's in the beginning, something about because people were asking questions. Something about it was India and they went back to India
I
or
need a little
John went to India or
fire.
something.
Yeah, it's cold.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He ended the conversation with me saying we need to pray for the people that are being slaughtered in North Korea.
That would be done.
We all heard it. We all together.
That was what he ended the conversation. Not what we
Is
need
Don
to
mentally ill?
We need to pray for
they all are.
her safe return
are.
home. When I
I
asked her
believe
about
so.
Summer, he
I think a lot of it is
because
drugs and
there's
alcohol.
evil in this world, like basically
Every day,
she's
right?
dead.
They do drugs.
And you know,
How do they get it?
Oh, but before she
They would have people come and deliver it to them.
They would have drug dealers come to the house?
That's what they said.
So
oh, he said that.
I never knew that he said that he thought that it was possible that she was sex trafficked. I never heard that. He said it. You heard him say it? Yeah, he said it right on YouTube and everything. I'll ask Tiffany about that. See if we can find that.
And obviously you guys don't believe that.
No, not at
A
all.
lot of people.
And not even that she was taken by the cartel. Come on now.
Or
Yeah.
cornbread
What
mafia.
do you think about Kansas's prank call?
Oh,
Tom
I'm
was
gonna,
arrested.
Oh my God, I was in Boston.
Yeah,
What'd
what
you
was
think
it
of
about?
that?
What?
I thought it was so funny.
I didn't know about
I
that
didn't
one.
believe it.
I was like, they're officially making this a joke. It's
Yeah.
a joke.
Candace did that?
Yeah.
She did
to
that.
her,
Yeah.
To his sister-in-law.
yeah, to her
Called up
sister-in-law.
Don's sister and said they took Don away. The FBI came and took away to
And they're
Boston.
beating them and torturing them
And I don't know when
and
he's
it was a big
coming
lie.
home.
It was a big lie. And Andra, like, to really get into this, like, it's long, it's heavy, it's draining, and it's confusing.
Wow.
Right? It's confusing.
It is.
And they're self-medicated. It seems
Yeah.
like they're always loaded.
They always are.
They're gonna hurt them. They're out there hurting them.
Okay, let me ask you something. That
This is
day,
what pissed me off. Okay, really pissed me off. All the people, she had this thing on Facebook where you could give her money in her name, and she was seen in Just Jump.
There, but she was also seen after Summer went missing. She was also seen at Walmart buying a phone.
Yes,
A cell phone.
Wait a minute.
but also
She's kicked out of
wait a
Walmart.
minute, wait, just can I finish
Yes.
before you butt in? She was at Just Jump, and the woman took a picture of her. She was showing all this money she had. She only had one kid with her.
One of the boys.
Just Jump. Okay?
Now, she got banned from Walmart. She's supposed to be banned from all Walmarts. But she went in there to get a phone one day, and she threatened them about blowing them up.
Yes, we did hear about that.
She got arrested. And I was
Okay, so I'm not going to play too much more of this because it's just in my opinion, these people are just. I'm just gonna be nice and just say, right? They know a lot more, and they should have said something. They should have said something that day when Hunter was dropped off. This, in my opinion, would not be going on for this long. It's absolutely ridiculous. Now, I do want to take you over to an interview with Hunter. And I think this is very important to watch because he was 15 at the time, right? Hunter was 15 at the time. And he was the teen that was in the car with Candace, Grandis, and Summer. The day they went to the grocery store to pick up like milk and stuff, right? All right, give me 1 second. Let me pull this up. 1 second. And I've always believed that Hunter knows a lot more than what he's saying. 21 dogs. What? I have 22, but they're sled dogs and well taken care of. Oh, sled dogs. That's so awesome. All right, guys, give me 1 second. This one, I think it's good to go back in time and rewatch the stuff. All right.
Is like they said there was some dude walking around the property. I think that she went off wandering and just got snatched up. Hammer well, so speak. Yeah, also about that, it's just a timeline stamp. I can go on the messages with my lawyer and show you I have nothing to do with her. The reason why I got proof is because people were saying that I got my name is on papers with the Summer Wells case. My lawyer, all I gotta do is pick up the phone and she can go to juvenile courthouse and get papers and see that I was only included with the press. That's it.
So you were never really on the suspect list?
No, I was never on the suspect list. It was just the press putting in words that nobody knows about.
Do you want to go fishing? No, I asked if I could come with you because Summer was gone. Got it. For that day, homie.
So this is what happened. She came over. Her grandma was in the hospital. She was sick. Or not her grandma. Her grandma came in, right? Yeah. Her grandma came from the hospital. She came over. We haven't spoke to them in months. I'm talking about 8 to 9 months because her and my mom got in an argument. Yeah. And we left it at that. And she came over. And next thing you know, she was with Summer. We was chilling at the house. The boys were with their dad working. And she just came over because she was just down the road at the hospital. Okay. And she needed to use the bathroom to ask me to go get fishing and swimming. I said, that's fine. I got to ask Mom. Mom said it was cool. And then she said,
you want to go fishing summer? I said, do you care if I come with it because it's summer? And I treated her like a little sister.
Right.
And she said, you got to ask out.
Okay, so she asked you, do you want to go fishing?
No, I asked if I could come with because summer was going.
Got it.
And we went swimming and fishing after we got her grandma her meds after the hospital. And she bought me a vape or whatever. And a twisted tea. I mean, at a young age, I was drinking and doing stupid stuff anyways. Everybody lived once and they gonna do stupid stuff as a
So right there, he just admitted that they bought him a twisted tea at the age of 15 and a vape. That's illegal. That is illegal. Right there, they should have been arrested on that. Right?
kid. And then after that, we went and got slushies. Then we went to Priceless. They was in there for a little bit. Me and her was just, like watching TikToks on my phone, all this stuff. And then they dropped me out because my probation officer was coming at 3:30.
Guys got here. Who was with you? There's a lot of rumors
my
about.
mother was with me.
Yep.
And my daughter.
Yep.
Summer, and Hunter was with us.
Okay. Now, tell me about the dynamics of what everybody was doing. Who was doing what when you first got here? What happened?
I got out of the car first, and then opened the back door because my mom's got a double door on her truck.
Right.
So I opened the back door. And I let her and Hunter out. And Summer's first thing is to run to the water, of course.
Right.
I was like, Summer, just wait. Let me get my stuff, and I'll walk over there with you. And she waited for me, and I don't know, Hunter went off into the woods somewhere. I don't know.
Now, where was Summer sitting?
She was sitting in the middle seat.
Okay.
Hunter was sitting on the end.
Okay.
And my mom said, hold on a minute, so we waited for my mom to get out.
Okay.
And Hunter, he just done disappeared into the woods. I don't know where he went.
Okay. Okay.
And me and my mom and Summer walked over there,
Mm-hmm.
and we were just letting Summer play, and then Hunter eventually come back out of the woods wherever he was.
Okay.
And
so let's walk over there. Show me.
They went okay, you think, for these people?
Did you talk to?
Channel 8.
Okay.
Yeah.
They've been the guys who've been there before.
Yeah.
The British sounding girl South Africa.
No, listen to different ones. I've met her before.
Yeah, I remember it. She had a weird accent from Tennessee.
Yeah. I don't speak very well, of course.
Oh, no,
you're fine.
we're Southern boys.
Yeah. So we're the same. I'm trying. I mean, I've been through a lot of trauma when I was younger, and so I had a lot of problems dealing with that kind of stuff. Feeling less than human kind of thing most of my life,
And Don, I think the piece that you want people to get is that you want people to know who you are, because the way we talk is, I always say, you'll hear me say, we are what we come from and what's made us successful to now. So tell us a little bit about you.
Well, I mean, a little bit about me. I was pretty much raised up in the county jails and prisons and stuff like that. That's where I found God. And I feel like he raised me up. It's hard to believe you find love in a place like that, but I did, and people that had respect, and I found brotherhood, and people that very few, but there's a few that want to read scriptures and do the same kind of thing, and trying to get away from this kind of life and go to a godly kind of life. But there are a few, very few though.
Right.
It's tough. It's really hard. And when you can find that, it changes everything. Yes. Forever. Changing my life. Forever. For sure.
Yeah. So how long ago was that?
Well, it's been a long time since I've, been in trouble. But I've seeked out, churches and stuff, that like the Seventh-day Adventist,
Well, I know I've heard you say you lived in Utah, and there's a different animal out there.
Yes.
So did you deal with the Zion Curtain and all that?
Oh, man. Yeah, if you're a Mormon out there, you're fine. But if you're anti-Mormon, the Board of Pardons in Utah is almost all Mormon.
So if you're in jail there, you're a Mormon.
The Board of Pardons and Parole.
Yeah. Well, and I think you just lived in there. But where'd you live?
Ogden, Roy area.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Pretty area.
Yeah, it's beautiful. I love it. I miss it.
Yeah. So, I mean, what I think is good is to talk a little bit about your background. And I don't mean sometimes, but talk about where you lived and where you were, and because that gives people your speech patterns, what's made you you, and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah. I've always had really good jobs out there and stuff. But, for whatever reason, my parole officers, they never liked me. I had a job at Hill Air Force Base at one time, making really good money, had security clearance out there and everything, and they showed up out there 2 carloads deep, and my boss come to me, he's like, I can't use you no more, man. It was, and they got me fired, and that's what they did. Yeah.
What were you doing then?
I was doing construction.
So you were working for general contractor?
Yeah.
I've been in the construction business recently. I ran construction for a couple of years. Yeah.
Just doing drywall, what I've always done. Yeah. You know, metal stud framing or whatever.
And how long ago was that?
That was a long time ago.
Wait a minute. How does he get security clearance if he has a parole officer? Can someone please explain that for me? No, that's Don Wells. That is Candace Wells' bio father. Ooh, leftover turkey, yum. Hey, Salty, good to see you. We did ham. I'm not a turkey person. But yeah, how does he get security clearance? Can someone please tell me that? Like, if you're on parole, what?
When I finally got out of that mess, I left the state as fast as I could.
Right.
I haven't been back.
Where'd you go from here?
I went to Arkansas. That's where I met my wife. And then my mom got sick, so we come out here. And
your mom lived here?
Yeah, she was sick, had MRSA. And so we come out here to try to help her, and she, died. So, but she left us the property, and then, but we've had, 4 kids since then.
Yeah. How old's your oldest?
12.
And Summer's your youngest?
Yes.
Do you have your kids back? I know you went through some trouble with that.
Well, it got real dangerous at our house because I'm not using that for an excuse, but it did. It got real dangerous because of everything that was happening on YouTube and the psychics wanting to come on our property. Yeah. And we still tell them, no, you cannot come on our property.
How are they contacting you?
Through Facebook and stuff like that, whatever, and other people. The whole YouTube, Facebook thing was the craziest thing I've ever seen in my life. And people were trying all different kind of things. And then I found out, they were making all kinds of fake accounts and contacting people in Utah. And they were saying stuff back and forth. Probably a lot of stuff wasn't exactly true, or just making this whole thing keep going and going. And also it got pretty bad and scary for a long time.
That's tough. That's tough. People you don't know showing up.
And there was
it's dangerous, actually. On
it was dangerous. I didn't want my boys there.
Yeah. You don't know who's coming up.
Right.
I live in the middle of nowhere for a reason.
How old are the boys? How old are the boys?
12, maybe 10, on down to 8, I think.
Okay. And they're all, is Candace the mother?
Well, there's a gag order on the boys. I'm not supposed to talk about it.
Okay.
They're in custody.
Okay.
Yeah. Hopefully they're okay. And you get to see them.
They're fine.
Yeah, see,
I mean, I don't lie to you. I went off the deep end.
I did it. I can totally understand.
I started drinking and other stuff.
Started drinking.
Well, I think
You've
it's
been
hard,
drinking.
a hard thing to deal with is, I feel
But I'm back on track. I mean, I'm
Did
no
you
drinking, no nothing.
Did you get a prescription or anything for some help to keep
No.
calm?
No.
Yeah.
No.
Okay. All right.
Nobody can make you feel better about what's going on, but we want to make sure that you get whatever you want to say out today too. And I know people have asked you your whole stories and everything else. How long do you live where you're at now?
About 12 years.
Okay, so most of your kids were born here?
Well, Josie was born in Arkansas, and then we moved directly here.
Okay, so the rest of the kids are born here.
Yeah.
So that's their home. That's what they know.
Yeah.
That's got to be tough on someone else to go to.
Yeah.
So, and I have no idea about your house or how it's set up or anything else. How do you get to your house?
How do you get to my house?
Yeah, I mean, I don't mean that from you. Don't give me directions. Right. But I mean, you're up a road somewhere. I know.
Yeah. I don't understand what you.
Yeah. So, are you isolated? You can't really tell.
It seems isolated, but we do have neighbors, and then you got the drug thing going on, and where we live at, you got certain groups of people, and I'm not gonna mention them by name, but you got these boys and those boys. They're all related, and they think that they run everything. And a lot of people for years have run moonshine out there, probably manufactured meth and other stuff like that, and they think that they are the Bloods and the Crips of the hillbillies.
Yeah, we have where I live. There's something very similar called cornbread mafia.
Yeah, that runs from here to through Georgia.
Yep. Down in Georgia.
Cornbread mafia.
And they take that name, that title very seriously.
Yeah. So, have you had problems with them personally?
Well, we've always tried to stay away.
He says, I take that name and then changes it to title very seriously. Did you guys hear that? Eyeballs will fill out soon as high as it can. Yeah, I agree.
Away from that kind of activity and stuff, and stay in church and stuff like that, and stay positive. So I always felt like they looked at us as a target. And we've had people steal our dogs and leave their mutts forever, for as long as we've been there. We've had people come up and just take various things, steal our gas in the middle of the night or whatever. There's only certain kind of people that are up all day and night and stuff like that. And,
how close to you are they?
I say they're all the way around, but I don't know. I mean, I just know a few people, personally. But
is it easy to just drive by your house, come by?
Well, they have to go by my house to get to one area.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of traffic out there.
Yes, when things are, when stuff's going on, there's a lot of traffic.
Yeah. How close is the house to the road?
Our house?
Yeah.
We are Ben Hill's just down the driveway there, and then Beach Creek's out in front, but you'd have to go across the creek to get.
Do you think that from your door to the road is 100 feet or is it 50 feet? Or
150 feet.
I bet you're pretty good at guessing distance when you get to a driveway.
Yeah, no kidding.
Well, I mean, we can see all the way if you go to our front door, our back door, or whatever it is, you can see all the way down Beach Creek one end, and you can go to the other side of the house, you can see all the way down Beach Creek the other way, because we're on a hill.
Right. So can you see cars coming and going?
Oh yeah.
And can they see up there easily, or is it?
Yeah.
So if you're coming up the hill, how long before you can see your house? Is it hidden from other people, or is it?
You mean our driveway?
Yeah, your driveway.
Yeah. Well, there's a lot of trees and shrubs and stuff like that, but in the wintertime when all the leaves fall, you can see pretty clearly. But right now it's more secluded. But
have you ever had any scares before? I mean, around your kids and that kind of...
Well, we've had people come up, and say, "Oh, yeah, I was looking for my dog or my horse," or for various things before.
Was it children in the yard, or?
Yeah, I've had people come up, on horses, all kinds of things,
When was the last time that happened?
You know what? Since summer's been gone, we haven't had nobody around there except for. I mean, we had that one incident with the red truck that got hung up on the ditch.
There's the red truck.
There was actually, I asked the police if I could take pictures. He said, "No problem, Mr. Wells." And I was taking pictures of the side of that truck, and some woman popped her head out. I was like, wow. And she just covered herself back up and laid back on her.
So, when was the last time before summer was missing that you had people up at your place? That somebody showed up, you know what I mean?
I'm not sure. It's probably been a long time, so I can't really remember. But I'm always gone. I'm always working. I don't know these people, but I mean.
Does Candace know them?
No. I mean, all I know is the people I work for, and that they've become like they're the only ones I know.
So is Candace there all day with the kids?
Well, if they weren't in school, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, when we started getting involved in the Seventh-day Adventist, Robin and stuff would invite them to go do this and that.
Who's Robin?
She's the one that would hold summer in church all the time.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
So they was always going and doing things with the church whenever possible.
Yeah, other people from the church come over and help. Yeah,
David's been over a few times, our pastor. And, David Dawson's been over a couple times.
Does Dave ever babysit or anything?
No, nothing like that.
No.
Well, we let him take the boys to the golf course when all this first happened.
Right. Yeah.
You know, just to try to help us out. So.
How long have you known him?
Well, he come from another church, and he just kind of popped in and got to know Summer a little bit before she got gone. And,
Before she got gone?
Then he met some girl at some Baptist church and started going, I guess, to church with them.
So he would come over and hang out with her and play with her and stuff?
Well, no, not until after she disappeared.
Oh, so she didn't know him very well before that?
Well, she met him a few times. Summer did, and Candace did. They got to know Robin and everything.
But mostly at church?
Yeah.
Was there a daycare thing at church?
No, I mean, no, not a daycare. No, but they do have their own private school.
Did your kids go to that private school?
No, we was trying to get them into it. Yeah.
They go to public school?
No, it's a private school.
Okay, they're going to private.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
So there's an interview. I can't remember her name. If her name is Robin or not, Andrea, but I know that there's an interview with one of the women that work with, I believe she's a school teacher at the church that they did attend to. This woman, she received a call the day that Summer went missing, and she's like really bubbly. You'd love to see that. Okay, let me look for that interview, and it's a really long interview. Let me look for it, and I'll paste the link in the chat for you. But that interview, it's really long. If I had time, I'd show it, but I got to do my next live here.
You can go to public school.
Okay. Yeah, and you were just trying to get them into that private school.
Right.
I have it.
Is there a waiting list or something?
No, it's,
Just,
about money.
oh yeah, no, I get it.
Yeah.
I get it. I was a soldier. There ain't no money in being a soldier.
Yeah.
I get it.
But they teach them a lot of good Christian ethics and stuff like that. House and depends, I might do a house in West Virginia
Robin.
somewhere.
There we go.
Or there might be anywhere. My next house is coming up beyond Boone's Creek up there.
When the incident with Summer happened, when Summer disappeared, where were you working that day?
Let's see, I was in Jonesboro.
Okay.
Yeah.
Jonesboro, which?
Jonesboro.
Tennessee?
Yeah.
Okay, because I don't know this area very well.
Yeah.
How far away is that?
Well, it takes 45 minutes to get from there to my house.
Okay.
And so up 81 all the way, and that's where I was working. And previous to the day someone come up missing, I fired a guy because he was extremely out there. And,
What was he doing?
Yeah.
He was just out there.
What kind of out there? I mean, I know you got to be careful.
I think meth.
Okay.
I can't prove it.
Did he take that well?
No, he was extremely mad.
Did he know where you lived?
Yes.
And have you heard from or seen him since?
No. Our investigators have talked to him, and he's talked, I guess pretty well. But I mean, the day after Summer come up missing, he called my boss, and he was crying and saying some really oddball things. My boss has a really good memory, so I remembered every word of it.
What was he saying?
Like, my kids, let's see, the hills have eyes. I got too close to that family. What was the others? I got too close, and my kids can't see me in the back of a police car again. See, he worked for us 7 years prior, and he went through all the different crews. And he worked with me for a while, and it's kind of the same thing happened.
How old is he?
He's like 36 now, I'd say, somewhere in there.
You don't know where he is?
I know where he is.
Has he been to your house with you?
Well, yeah, I had him come to my house and park his vehicle so that we could ride together all the way out past Kentucky, way out there somewhere past the airport, way out there in the farmlands, way out there, yeah. So we rode together way out there and done a little house and rode back. But, you know, I just noticed he started getting irritated and just every little thing. You know, this man, I give him 50, and all he has to do is show up every day. And he starts, you know, coming up with excuses why he can't make it to work and stuff, and giving me trouble. And then the day I fired him, he was, you know, doing a pan like that there, okay? And he spent probably 2 hours on it. It should have took 20 minutes to coat that with mud, first coat. And we were supposed to do something else, and he just jumped on that, and he was speaking under his breath and just carrying on. And then he comes to me with a pan of mud, and he says, there's all kind of trash in there, get it out of there, and give me some different mud. So I was like, oh, okay. I threw it away, got him some fresh mud, and he come back at me again. He's like screaming at me, you know, I told you, did you put it back in there, what? And
you're familiar with that kind of behavior for something like that? It seemed like that was kind of
I looked on YouTube of all the behavior that somebody on meth would have. You know, only one I can remember is hyperactive. Sure. But he was screaming at me, you know, just go home. I'll take care of this job. I got this job. I'll handle it by myself or whatever. I thought about that, and I went to watch. When I come back, I told him to leave. Get off the job. Don't want to work with you one more second. And he didn't like that too well. And then he called my boss with what I was telling you, what he was saying and stuff, and called him probably 100 times. Tried everything in the world to get me fired. Told him all kinds of things. And I told Jesse, told my boss, I said, see, that's how it is every day.
Yeah. So how many times had he seen Summer before?
A few times, and my wife was concerned about the way he was looking at her. She had red flags about that.
What did she say?
She said that he was just kind of looking her up and down, like, you know, it bothered her. She mentioned that to me before all this happened. So the very next day, she comes up missing around 6:30.
So when did you leave your house?
When did I leave my house that morning? I'm not sure. You know,
I'm not sure.
It might have been about 7:30, 8 even.
Okay.
I'm not sure.
And this, I'm going to ask you a few questions. Like I said, I need you to. I know they might be pushy and painful at times, so just take it for where they are. When was the last time you saw Summer?
That morning when I woke up, because she was sleeping in between me and her mother.
Okay. Did she wake up?
I was kind of laying on her foot a little bit and stuff, and I was like, my back. But, you know.
Did she wake up?
Did she wake up? No. Okay. No.
I was wondering what she said to you last thing. She said, what are the last words she ever said to you? Do you remember?
I'm not sure if it was that night or not, but I remember, you know, clearly, I was like, Summer, you got to sleep in your own bed. And she come back with big old crocodile tears in her eyes, and she said, Daddy, I want to be with you.
Yeah. Painful. I'm sorry. Yeah. It's tough.
Yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot. I know. But they can't sleep with you forever, you know. They can't sleep with you forever.
No.
That's how kids grow up, is by doing that. So you didn't do anything wrong.
No.
We want you to know that.
Well, it's interesting. The other day, you know, with all this stuff going on, when it was so bad, everything on YouTube was so bad, I was begging God. I was like, Lord, I was on my knees. I was just at the end of my ropes, and I said, God, I just want to be with you. And that thought came to my head, just like that, of what Summer's. And I just started crying.
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough. And not knowing is tough, I'm sure. I can tell you from experience, I feel what you feel.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, I'm sorry for you.
Well, God's in full control.
What did Candace say about that morning? What was she doing?
you know, I hadn't really heard from her except for she had to go to town to fill her mom's prescription. And so I called at some point because I was going to go home. And she says, well, we're still got to wait for the prescription. And
what was she getting?
I saw for her mother. I can't remember.
You don't know what the prescription was?
I can't remember. But so it was at the lake, and then Hunter and his, I guess they went, she called and says, come by the house, you know, and then she begged to take Hunter to the lake with them so I could swim a little bit. And seen them videos, and I took her back and they said everything was okay in that situation between now.
Yeah. Wait, which situation?
Sir.
Which situation, sir?
With Hunter, Allie, Candace. I took Hunter to the lake. Everything seemed to be.
Yeah, I saw the little video of them playing in the water.
Yeah, everything was fine.
And then what happened?
Well, when Summer, you know, when they went back home and everything, and then, you know, now I wasn't there, of course, but according to my wife's story, which I believe.
Yeah, you ever had a reason to not believe it?
No, and with her emotions, she's this close to going off the edge. So her emotions are just bad. It's bad.
Sorry.
And so there's no way in my mind I believe her.
So, and you said you were talking about
Hunter and Allie, and all of them had a good great relationship up to everything was fine.
And then
everybody's happy, you know. And then so they go. She goes home. She gets the groceries out with her story, you know. Washes a load of clothes and everything, and they plant the flowers. And you know, she gets a piece of candy from her mother or whatever, and they washed their hands. I guess they had some water on the tailgate of the truck. They have a gallon of water there, and they rinse their hands off and everything. Summer wants to go in the house, and she goes, and the boys are in there, video gaming, of course.
How far away is Candace from the house?
About 25 feet. Her trailer's about 25 feet from her trailer to our door. You know.
What's the trailer about?
What's that, sir?
What's in the trailer?
What's in the trailer? Well, grandma and her
it's a travel trailer.
Travel trailer.
Okay.
All her stuff, you know.
So the boys are playing.
Sure.
So the boys are playing the game.
Right, they're upstairs playing the game, and you know, and my one son told me, you know, that Summer wanted him to go down and play with toys with her, and he's like, no, Summer, I'm playing this game, I'm not going down there. So she goes down there by herself. As far as we know, I mean, that's the last she was seen was by her boys.
So she went down there, and there's two ways into that room, right? Down the stairs,
right,
or back door,
right.
How tall was the back door knob off? I mean,
well, she could open it, no problem. I'm sure. But the boys would always leave that door open all the time, and we'd tell them, you got to keep that door locked, but they would leave it wide open all the time. We'd go down there, the door would be wide open, or unlocked.
And what's right outside the door there?
What's outside the door?
Yeah.
The driveway that goes by, you know, a small piece of, well, you know, a small porch, and the driveway that circles around, and then you can see that generator right there, and that dog trail that I wasn't aware that dog trail was even there, but it goes straight down to the, I can pick up a 40-pound sack of potatoes and go down that trail probably in about 12 seconds.
Okay,
so all the way to Ben Hill Road.
Can somebody drive around the house and you not hear him or see him?
It happens all the time.
They could drive around that back door there?
I've went and drove all the way to the top and honked the horn, and nobody can hear me. You know, like trying to help me get groceries.
Yeah, okay. So what about this dog trail?
Yeah, I mean, TBI. Well, can we back up to...
Yeah, back up.
Back up
this is for you.
At some point, Allie and Hunter and them find out that Summer's gone. They completely flip on us, on Candace. You know, and I don't understand that, and start making all these crazy accusations and everything else. And all this, you know, I can't remember everything that they actually said.
Or did you talk to them?
No, they won't talk to me. They won't talk to Candace.
What were the ideas? I mean, what was the concept of what they were saying? What were they saying? She did something, or?
I really can't remember. All I know is they really turned on Candace big time and flipped on her.
Right then.
She's
Right
this
at that
person.
point. Yes.
Had they had any reason in the past to have, I mean, people live close to each other, sometimes get on each other's nerves. Did that happen at any point?
We never lived close to each other. We just invited them out for their kids' sake because the kids don't have a father. And they're troubled kids. They live in the city. They can't get out and play like they could there or anything else.
Okay, so I just want to stop it right there for a second because Dawn just said, we felt bad. We had, because, the kids didn't have a father, blah, 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 and then come over and get out and play at our place or whatnot. Yet, the other side said that they felt bad for Summer and the boys, right? And they always said, we'd get them food and stuff like that. And then, wasn't there a pool? Yeah, I know. I wish my dog would come in here and snuggle. And the thing is like, it's like both of them are saying the same thing. Like, we felt bad, and then we felt bad. You know what I mean? Like, it's weird. It's weird that both sides are saying that.
And we don't understand why Allie and Hunter flipped like they did at all.
And if they don't let anybody up on the property, then that means she's probably she's up there. And they're trying to cover up where the bones are gone too, where there's nothing,
We've already seen that part, so I'm not going to play it again. I don't think I can go through that again with them talking, right? But I do want to show you something. This next clip is the neighbor saying that she heard Summer scream. Hold on. I just sent it to myself. I want you to hear this. And then I want to show you. All right, hold on 1 second. Let me pull it up real quick. All right, don't do that. God, I don't know why my internet is so slow. All right, let me remove this one. Yeah, it is so cold, guys. I just cannot get warm. My furnace is on full blast and oh my God. Come on. Don't do that. Don't do that. All right. I just got to blow it up so you guys can see it. There we go. This video is only a couple minutes long. All right, I'm going to support the E's. Aw. Who's the E's? Hi, Angel. Good to see you. Yeah, you are late, Missy. You're late. That's for you, Miss Angel. I'm just joking. Thanks for joining us, honey. Yeah, Jennifer, I agree. That's the last place any child needs to be, is at their house. Even at the other people's house. It's crazy. Now, this is the neighbor. She says she heard a scream shortly before Summer went missing, right?
Mountains together, they can be described as sentinels, which said high over Ben Hill Road. The night Summer went missing before they joined the search for a now missing Summer Wells.
It's there, but you want to forget.
On the watch and hypervigilant. That's how Jody Sue Brown was the very day Summer Wells went missing.
There's no TV, no noise at all.
Jody Sue was in her cabin with her teenage kids, 19 and 14, waiting for anything.
We were kind of hyper alert because
I'm gonna pause it real quick, and I'm gonna let. Do you remember? Oh, Angel, you're in the vertical. So if you remember correctly, right, when I just showed you the petition at the beginning of the video, it mentioned this woman here, right? And it mentioned Allison, that she's no longer with us anymore, right? As from what I've heard. Oh, Mr. E's Crime. Oh, yeah, they got a great channel. So this is Jody Sue. She is the neighbor, and this is what she had to say.
Because of property things that had happened the day before. So we were listening for noise. Everything was kind of quiet.
The sale brought a plethora of people to their door, confused about which piece of land was for sale, leading to a dispute of property lines.
While we were out at one point doing survey lines, and there was a flash of a car that went up Candace and Donnie's driveway, something about it struck me wrong.
She and her family next heard a truck door slamming and dismissed it as their neighbors. The next sound was harder to justify. About an hour and a half before Summer is thought to go missing, Jody Sue, her son, and her daughter heard something far more suspicious. A scream.
Stopped all three of us cold.
Her daughter was the first to go to the cabin door. Then all three were there, listening still.
We heard just this kind of shrill, almost animalistic scream.
Animalistic, but not an animal.
Knew it was, wrong. It wasn't a dog. It wasn't an animal.
That vigilance kicking into overdrive. Jody Sue and her son went out to look for the source of the scream.
My son and I decided to go out, look and see what we could see. We went back onto the bank. Didn't see anything, didn't hear anything.
They went on with their evening. The kids returned to being kids. Jody Sue headed down her driveway around 6 to tend to flowers.
And at this point, I start hearing Candace hollering for Summer. And then my brain immediately went, scream earlier, this, uh-oh.
Jody Sue was the first to hear those calls and the first to join the search for Summer.
I dropped my purse. I tried to yell up at Candace. I was like, I'm looking, and I started looking.
Jody Sue searched one side of a creek, Summer's brothers the opposite side.
And you gave statements to the police, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Jody Sue had been interviewed many times by investigators, bringing up the scream often. But the sheriff doesn't believe the scream is related to the disappearance of Summer Wells.
She's been interviewed numerous times by not only my agency, but the TBI and the FBI, and we don't find anything with that complaint or information related to this case.
Jody Sue wishes she could go back to just a short time before Summer disappeared and before the scream she believes was Summer.
Wish every day that when I heard that scream, I hadn't tried to dismiss it.
Referencing the work of the FBI, TBI, and his own deputies, Hawkins County Sheriff Ronnie Lawson reiterated in an interview the same week as Jody Sue's that investigators have found absolutely no proof that an abduction has taken place. In the Beach Creek community, Ansley Daniel, News Channel 11.
So, same as Jack and Lily's case, no proof that an abduction has taken place, guys. Ooh, I didn't mean to bounce. I wish we could ask her what time she heard the scream. Absolutely. Why didn't she report that right away? She said an animalistic scream. So she's saying a human made an animalistic scream? That scream don't make sense. Somebody else heard that scream. I think it was a guy. I think it's very odd, though, that this woman saying that she heard a scream, her and her son, and then also with Hunter, as well as Allison back then, they felt something was off, and no one said anything. I just don't understand. I don't know. Nothing. I just don't understand why nothing was said. Especially, I don't know. If you feel something is off, remember, they wanted to give Summer a hug in the car, and Candace said no. The windows were rolled up. It was hot that day. And that picture, I'm telling you, of that poor little baby leaning against the milk jugs, it just doesn't seem right. It doesn't seem right at all, guys. Absolutely not. Now, I got one more here that I just want to show you. It's not very long. Just one of inside the home. Give me a second so it doesn't start playing here. I want to show you, for those, in my opinion, scream is false. Hold on. Goodness gracious. You think it's false? Yeah? She had to scream right before Canvas was running around looking to call 911. So what's the odds of that? Yeah, that's just so weird. Why would people make it up though? Yeah, you think so? You think it's fake? How can anyone be complacent when they see rugs or alcohol given to minors? Yeah, absolutely, Robin. Absolutely. Because these people are all involved in some way or another, either by rugs, just like most of our cases, right? And they don't want to rat, right, on the other party, because the other party can come back and be like, oh, well, they do rugs with me and they do this and they do that and they do that. So they'd rather stay quiet and not say anything for their own asses, basically, right? It's ridiculous. Just my thoughts on it. It's just so sad. Oh, here, I almost forgot to pull this up. All right. Now this is going to show you a close-up of, if I can get it to pull up here. I'm going to just blow this up really quick. There we go. Sherry appears to be onto something in that interview. Yeah, but that doesn't make sense. Why would she make it up? Why would they make up a scream, her and her son and daughter? Yeah, exactly. It's alarming about how many grown adults won't fit. Yeah, exactly. KP Stud and JB Scream. Yep. I hope I said your name right. Whose name? All right, so this is going to show you a closer look at inside their house.
Those are the words from retired homicide detective Chris McDonough. He has spent his career looking into high-profile cases from JonBenet Ramsey to Elizabeth Smart. Now he's focusing on the disappearance of Summer Wells as the host of The Interview Room, and we continue to follow Summer's case as well here on Prime. Chris is back with us tonight. Chris, good to see you. Thanks for coming back.
Thank you for inviting me.
So Summer's parents, Don and Candace, have been the target of threats, accusations that they had something to do with Summer's disappearance. They have denied any involvement. They say that she was abducted. They have passed a polygraph test. At this point, the sheriff is saying anything's on the table. All people are persons of interest. But has the public jumped to conclusions too soon on these parents without the evidence to back this up?
Yeah, I think everybody is innocent till proven guilty for sure. And at this point, there are just, as your reporter has, pointed out, Brian, that there's just too many moving parts here. There are a couple of theories that still, need to be nailed down. And obviously the authorities don't have those pieces yet.
Let's go back to the property, Chris. You spent some time there on the family's property. You went inside the house. You went into Summer's room, and you say that it encapsulated her. So I want to show some of this video for folks at home, and I want us to walk through exactly what you saw inside this home.
So this is Candace showing me essentially where the boys were sitting. They were sitting right there at that table, looking at that TV, playing video games. Summer went down into the basement. She's pointing to this, table here that has basically a crawl space into it. And down into that crawl space goes down into the parents' and Summer's room. So I asked her if she would take me down there. She did. And so we crawl through there.
So
now
can
one
I
interesting...
stop? The only way to get to Summer's...
Right. This is the way she said Summer went into that basement.
Why do they have it set up like that?
That is a great
Crazy,
question.
right?
I don't have that answer.
Okay, continue.
So we get down there, and of course...
I would break my back trying to get down into that mouse hole. It's like, I feel like it's like a hole. Oh, I feel claustrophobic just thinking about it. How does Candace and Dawn even get in there? Yes, dungeon. That is crazy. It's like a hole under the kitchen sink. Who made that? Like, I don't understand that, guys. Like, is it supposed to be fun for the kids or something to get under that? Like, I don't understand that. Evil. Yeah, evil. I literally am not that flexible anymore. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I could never crawl in there. Ew, the spiders, yes. Yeah. Heck freaking no, guys.
You know, this is Summer's
Look at
room
this.
here that you're seeing.
Summer's room.
All of the items in the back corner belong to Summer. There is a mattress on the floor.
Not even a
two
finished
bunk
basement.
beds. The windows are secured with reflective type of materials. And so you can tell this is, you know, it's pretty striking pretty quickly for a 5-year-old to be in this environment.
Chris, you know, the other 3 boys, Summer's brothers, were removed from the home, taken into protective custody. Are they key to understanding anything in this case and her disappearance? Is there a chance that they are able to shine some light on what may have happened?
You know, from my opinion as retired investigator, they would be, yes.
And in terms of the parents and their past, that has also been something that is much talked about. Candace filed for an order of protection against her husband, Don, saying that she was afraid of being hurt. She was afraid for those kids. That was likely part of why they were removed from the home. How do
What happened? There we go. Jesus.
Quickly wants to assess, you know, who had last contact, what were those conditions in relationship to that contact, how much time has elapsed before the last person saw the child. And so immediately you want to start talking to the parents and you want to try to separate them. And as you go along, you know, trying to get the information initially about the child, then the parent's background becomes significant in relationship to investigative process as more resources are arriving on the scene.
Chris, police say that there was no evidence of foul play, yet they issued an Amber Alert. How can they be so sure?
Well, that's a great question. The investigative process is still, you know, ongoing. It could be an accident. It could be, you know, something, you know, an intentional act of some sort. I think the investigators, and we heard Sheriff Lawson even say today, that everything is still on the table.
You have been in contact with the parents, Don and Candace. Are you still in touch with them now?
Not currently, no.
So I thought they didn't issue, well, they said there's no evidence of an abduction, right? But they did issue an Amber Alert concerning Summer Wells, right? They said something that makes me think of Jack and Lily's case. They said everything is on the table, but in the Jack and Lily case, they said they never issued a Amber Alert, only a vulnerable missing children's alert, basically, right? Not an Amber Alert or anything like that, or missing persons alert, but not an Amber Alert because they don't have a vehicle or anything to go by. And I thought that was interesting. And because the RCMP in that case basically say they have no evidence of abduction. The only thing they keep going off of is they're in the woods, right? Yes, Callie, absolutely. Red flag, CPS was there the night before Summer went missing. Absolutely was there. It's so sad. It's so sad.
What's the deal with this red truck? It is potentially a piece of this puzzle. Have you heard anything about the truck? Has it led to any evidence or information for investigators?
Well, at this point, TBI has reported that the red truck, they want to try to contact that individual who may have been driving. There is a witness
They have
who
now.
is really vague about whether it was around the area on the 14th or the 15th. So it could have been the day before or the day of Summer's disappearance. However, I think what they want to do is just check the box to eliminate that truck. They have eliminated a lot of red trucks in that area.
How closely would investigators be looking at family and friends of both Candace and Dawn, this inner circle of people that they know, especially given the fact that Dawn has admitted that they had some wrong friends, or at least Candace did?
That would be significant. And you want to, again, you want to look at the abduction theory, and you have to think, how high of a risk would a subject who would want to, take a child, a 5-year-old, how high of a risk would that suspect take? And in that terrain and coming up that hill with the information that Summer between 2 and 10-minute time frame was in that basement, the universe would have to be 100% on schedule for all those stars to align. So that's where you want to start, shifting your focus in relationship to, taking a look at the inner circle, who had access to that property and or who had access to the parents.
Chris, 5 months is a long time for this little girl to be missing. As more time goes by, how optimistic are you that this case is solvable, that we can find Summer and bring her home safely?
Well, I'm always optimistic. Statistically, though, that optimism starts to dwindle. However, I do believe this case will be solved. I think they have the correct resources on it with TBI, FBI, as well as the Hawkins County Sheriff's Department in the lead. And I, like you and the rest of the nation, are praying. I'm praying that they do find her alive.
I share in that prayer. It has our attention. It has the attention of a lot of people on social media. And those folks on social media are relentless, as are we. Chris McDonough, we appreciate your time and, as always, your insight. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks for watching. Click the red subscribe button below so you can get...
Okay, guys. 5 years. I know. 5 years. And that's the thing, Callie. 5 years, and that someone knows, right? Someone other than the parents, in my opinion, allegedly knows what happened to Summer. I don't believe that someone came and picked her up. I don't. Knowing of that, if Candace and Grandis were buying alcohol and a vape for a 15-year-old, I can only imagine what Summer was given, allegedly. I believe that's where they were going to find Summer, and more C and D are involved. Yeah, absolutely. The pig farm, it's horrible, talking about that. If allegedly, I'm just going to say this, if allegedly she's in there, they might find some teeth or a mandible or something. I know pigs don't like eating around this area for some reason, the enamel, they don't like or something, I've heard. But it's not a joke when people say, oh, blah, 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 chickens too. Chickens are another, animal that will get rid of evidence. And I know that somebody in the Jack and Lily case joked about that a couple times, which is disgusting. It is very sad. It makes me just... Teeth and hair they will eat but can't digest. Yeah, usually they'll leave out that area for some weird, or leave it behind if they do. But otherwise, depending on how many pigs are in there and how hungry, I don't even want to touch on this. But I know that in rural areas like that, that is a possibility, right? is so disgusting. Hello, Shan. What are you doing? All right, I got one more to show you, and then we will be going over to our Jack and Lily live at 5:20. I do have to feed the doggo and kitty beforehand. Give me just a second. All right. If you guys want to hit that thumbs up for me, I would appreciate you. I know we've got the two streams running. We got the vertical and the horizontal. And I don't know why StreamYard does that, but it does. But let's go over here. This is, I really enjoy watching this lady's her videos. She did a interview with Chris Proudfoot, which is Sebastian Rogers' stepfather, and the mother, Katie Proudfoot. Her name is Chronicles of Olivia. She is great, and I just want to share this video with you guys. This is very interesting. She goes in more detail about the home.
Never seen again. A neighbor came forward and said they heard an animalistic scream coming from her. And there's an update with the Summer Wells case. Last week, Jason Jensen, a private investigator, submitted a tip to the TBI. So we don't know what this tip is, but it seems to be a pretty good tip because the dad of Summer Wells talked to media for the first time in years. So we don't know yet what this tip is, but I will update you soon. I did release a documentary yesterday that you have to watch. I include an interview I did with the mom of Hunter, the boy who was with Summer that day that she vanished, and her mom at the watering hole. His mom talks about certain things in this interview that you might find interesting. You have to click the link in my...
Okay, yeah, maybe we can go over that video she's talking about tomorrow. Annette, yes, I have witnessed, and I called CPS on someone for that a long time ago. This was in early 2000s. A neighbor, when I lived in an apartment building, it's before my children were born, and she was giving her daughter NyQuil to go to sleep. And I'm thinking, I was like, why are you giving your 2-year-old daughter NyQuil to go to sleep? You don't do that. That is not normal to do. So I did. I called CPS on her for doing that shit. Yeah, Robin, it pissed me off so bad. This woman, just say her and her husband were a bunch of... I'm just going to be nice and not say it at all. Yeah, absolutely. What was her daughter's name? I think it was Brianna. I'm trying to remember what the girl's name is now. This was so long ago. I mean, not so long ago. I'm not that old, but it was a long time ago. And they were our next door neighbors. And of course, you befriend your next door neighbors, right? When you live close to somebody in an apartment. And I started hanging out with her. I didn't have kids at this time because, like, I just didn't yet, And she, I would go to the store with her, whatever, and she had her 2-year-old daughter. And I remember her saying that she's going to give her daughter NyQuil to sleep. And I'm thinking, why? Like, your kid's not sick. Why are you giving your child NyQuil? That just pissed me off so bad. It still makes me mad. Like, years later, right? It's just bullshit. Parents used to put a little whiskey on babies when they were teething. Yeah, I remember that, Nancy. Put whiskey on when they're teething. Yeah. But I just thought, I'm like, you're purposely making your child sleep because you're too lazy to take care of your child. And I felt like at that point in time, if she's doing that, what else is she doing that nobody else is seeing? Right? What else was this woman doing behind closed doors? So I had to do something. I had to. Because she needed to get checked in on. Now, I did it as anonymous because I didn't want my neighbor, like, I'm pretty sure she knew it was me. Because after that, like, but we ended up moving shortly after that anyways. It's just ridiculous. Drinking cat NyQuil, that's two different things. I'm guessing they put a jab, but this woman, yeah, it was nuts. Absolutely crazy.
File and watch this. There's a lot of speculation about the watering hole. Did something happen there that influenced her disappearance? There's speculation online, rumors that maybe she got secondhand drowning. Here's a photo of Summer that was the last photo actually ever taken of her in her mom's car, slunched over this milk carton. And people online are saying that it looks suspicious. It appears that...
How many of you think that Summer was already deceased in this photo? Put a 1 in the chat. Put a 2 in the chat if you think she was just sleeping. I'm just curious to see what everybody's answer is. I'm just really curious. 1. One, two. You think she was still alive? So this is like a, if not deceased, then just stress, yeah. So there's like mixed, right? Mixed reactions here. I'm more leaning towards 1. You're with Deborah. I'm just leaning more towards 1 here, almost, you think? Could have been given something. Yeah. Yeah, same. Almost could have been given something, and then something happened when they got home. I just think there's a reason why she wouldn't let the one lady give her a hug, or it was hot as hell that day. I heard they didn't have AC in the car. And it was just really weird. They said Summer was cold. That's why she's dressed the way she was dressed. Was she cold because she was deceased, allegedly? I don't know. I was just thinking of that. And then, but they have, if Summer's cold, she's leaned against cold milk jugs, right? Gallons of milk, cold. But yet they have the windows rolled up when it's summertime in Tennessee, which is very hot, humid, with cold milk in the car. And you know what happens to milk when it's in a hot car? It spoils, right? It's just very weird that they had C in the car. Yeah, so Candace, Grandis, and Hunter plus Summer was in the car with the milk. The lady lied. She never went to the car. You think she lied? She never went there? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly, Robin. Summer was alive in that picture. She had purple nail polish on, and the picture showed. She had purple nail polish? Okay. So we are all kind of like mixed on our thoughts, right? Which is fine. We all, you know what I mean? Trying to figure this out. All right, let me finish playing. This is Chronicles of Olivia.
Maybe she might not be alive in the photo. What do you guys think about this last photo taken of her? I just think back to the neighbor. Her name is Jody Sue. She and her son were interviewed. And on this news channel, they said they heard this animalistic scream coming from the property. What was this scream? Could it have been the mom of Summer maybe seeing something disturbing or seeing that something happened to Summer? We don't know. That's a big mystery, but that's why I think that Summer did come home and that she didn't disappear from the watering hole. Personally, I think that she disappeared from the property. It's just a matter of what happened. This isn't the first disappearance in Summer's family. Her aunt, Rosemary Bly, vanished in 2009 in Wisconsin. She said she was going to a bar to meet with a cousin and that she would return by midnight. She was married and had 2 daughters, and she just never returned. There was a history of domestic violence with her husband. A related police incident occurred earlier in August of 2009. I did see this bit of information, but the case remains unsolved to this day. It's just an interesting coincidence that in Summer's family, 2 people have vanished without a trace. So who is Hunter? Hunter was a 15-year-old boy that was hanging out with Candace and Summer at the watering hole. I have drone footage that a local man sent to me, actually, so you can see how this watering hole looks like. They were swimming around here, and this is the parking lot. Here's the last footage taken of Summer Wells. She is swimming at the watering hole. Her mom, Candace, took this TikTok video, and Hunter is in this video. Hunter's mom says that he wasn't the same after that day, that something changed in him, and that he just wasn't the same. One of the circulating stories about the watering hole is that apparently Hunter was charging his phone with Candace, the mom of Summer, in the parking lot, and he had looked back and seen that Summer was under the water, but he didn't know for how long. He didn't know whether it was maybe 30 seconds or 15 seconds or a few minutes. He just didn't know how long she was under the water for, but that's something that he had observed. That's where this rumor of maybe Summer possibly passing from secondhand drowning started, was from this story. In an interview with Dr. Phil, Summer's parents tell him that they believe he was abducted from the property. Now let's talk about the property. I've driven past this property multiple times. I've seen it throughout, in the summertime, and I've seen it how it looks like in the winter time. In the winter, it's easier to see it because it's on a hill, kind of like a mountain, and it's 11 acres. It's actually really beautiful. There's a creek that runs through it, but the thing is, it's remote. It's on Beach Creek, and that area is basically the hollers of Tennessee. Beautiful area, but it's not a busy suburb. It is very, very rural. It is forest and big properties out there. So, and especially that road, Ben Hill Road, to get there, you have to know where her house is. It's not like something you're driving on a highway and you see a house and you're like, oh, I wonder what's there. It's hidden. It's like on the top of this mountain. It's like possibility of her being abducted to me seems less likely, considering how deep in the woods it is, and that area is just so wooded. This case reminds me of Missing 411. If you know what Missing 411 is, comment down below. But it's a series of books by David Pilates where he talks about children and people that go missing in America in these really wooded areas under strange circumstances. And a lot of times children will literally be like a couple feet away or yards away from their parents camping, and the parent looks back and the child is gone, never seen again. One case in particular is Dennis Martin. He went missing in 1969. He was 6 years old playing hide and seek with his family and some kids that they had just met. And he literally ran behind a tree to play hide and seek and was never seen again. And to this day is still missing. That case at the time garnered national attention. Thousands of people were looking for him, and he just vanished. There's similarities between Dennis Martin and Summer Wells in the fact that they were both around the same age and allegedly so close to their family members.
How she's talking about the similarities, we're actually getting ready to dive very deep into these cases. That what she's talking about right now, here at 520, we are moving over to the Jack and Lily case, which will also be going into a bunch of other cases going on with the similarities, guys. It's just, wow. It amazes me how these cases connect in relation to like CBS involvement, right? With Ruggs, with their way of life. Just, it's amazes me. Like, they're living in a rural area, a lot of them have step parents connected. A lot of them say that the child has walked off. It's just amazing. Thank you, Susan. Yes, please hit that like button. And if you are not subscribed to this channel, please feel free to subscribe. We go over a lot of missing children's cases. We are here to bring awareness to the missing, a voice for the voiceless. Where are all these missing children? But our next video, our live here in about 15 minutes, we will be digging deep into this stuff, guys. And Shenanigans is going to join me. Yes, we've added more missing to the list and more options on. Nancy said, well, I had an old guy trying to take my son and my friend's son. I think they were 12 and my husband was there, but he couldn't see them because of the bush. I was already, wow. Yeah. It's crazy how fast it can happen. Absolutely. Just like, just like what happened with Michael Monkey Vaughn. Absolutely. He went outside. His dad went to change the diaper on the baby. Michael was playing a video game, got up, went to go see if his little friend wanted to play. His friend couldn't play, and he was taken that fast. It's crazy. Yes, they do connect. CPS breathing down the parent's throat, step-parent abuse, rugs, getting rid of the kids so they aren't arrested for child abuse. Absolutely. It's crazy. And then you have people that don't want to come out because either they have involvement with the whole, not involvement with hurting the child, but they have involvement with maybe selling rugs or doing rugs with the parents, or knowing something where they feel that they could be arrested for something. You know what I mean? Like if they tell on the parents, and then the parents come back on them and say, well, they did this with me and blah, 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 where they could lose everything if they say something. It's a never-ending battle, right? It's a never-ending battle. Tell my sister all the time, watch them kids when they're out playing. Absolutely, Sarah. Absolutely. What if Candace sedated Summer and left her in the truck so she could spend time with Hunter, but then passed away at some point at the watering hole after arriving home, so they used Grandis as an alibi? They could. You know, I always thought it was weird with Grandis walking down to the watering hole with her knee. Like I have a bad hip, right? And I hate walking right now. I hate it because it hurts so bad. And like, I haven't even been taking the dog for a walk because it hurts so bad, guys. Like, seriously. And why would she walk that far down to the watering hole with a cane, no less? Yeah, it's sad. It's so sad. Unless you have like an air tag stuck to your child and cameras. Now, I think a lot of these cases happen in rural areas because there's lack of surveillance, right? In the city, there's cameras watching constantly. Yeah. All right, guys, I'm going to get off here. I appreciate all of you for hanging out with me today, and I will be back. Yeah, Nancy, you see, you understand. Absolutely. I will be back here in about, give me like 15 minutes. It's scheduled for 5:20. I might push it for like 5 more minutes, depending how fast I can feed the dog and stuff and let her go to the bathroom. I hear the wind blowing outside. So thank you, mods. You guys are great. YouTuber, thank you so much. You're awesome. I will see you guys in just a second. Didn't Justin say Grandis never went to the water? I don't know. I was told that Grandis did walk to the watering hole with her cane, but maybe that was all made up. Maybe that was made up. I don't know. There's so many inconsistencies, and that's another thing with these cases. Inconsistent statements all the time. It's like one thing is said and they turn around a month later and say something completely different. Thanks, guys. I love you, and I will see all of you in a few minutes. Appreciate you all. Thank you.